All right, we're set up and ready to go. Oh, I forgot my booklets though. I need my booklets, of course. All right. What's up? Hello, Mickey. What's up, Shaban? Hey, Sandra. What's up, chocolate strawberries? What's up, Pamela? What's up, Nini? I hope you're having either a good Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you are in the world. What's up, Janisa? Hey, Alvin. I'm doing great, brother. Yeah, I had to... There was like a shit ton of editing I needed to get back on track with. So that's why I had to skip like a stream or two. But we're good now. What's up, Nicole? What's up, Joanna? What's up, Sam? What's up, Nini? What's up, Maya? Hey, Jill. Hey, Jane. Hey, Karen. Yeah, we gotta get that things done. I'm also trying to make sure I have a lot of stuff. My Bali trip is going to be in about like 2.5 weeks. So I'm trying right now to get a bunch of like readings and like also like the Patreon videos and etc. edited, uploaded, and then scheduled to come out while I'm still on Bali. Ooh, nip slip. Okay. What's up, D? How you doing? What's up, Amanda? What's up, Marie? We're gonna give it a fair chance for everybody to get in here before we start our live reading today. And we did leave off last time with 3 Lacey and Karina. So that's going to be the people we start with before we go into live readings, or until we go into the live free readings. Let's see. Thank you, Jill. Nobody's perfect. Of course, beautiful. You know, beautiful people, of course, they have problems. Nobody's perfect. And I think, no matter how cheesy it sounds, it's true. I think that makes people more beautiful. When somebody, like, honors their quirks, their flaws, figures out their shadow self. That's the stuff that really changes a person and makes you feel. Oh, you bought the book? You're reading it? That is amazing. That is awesome. That's the book I've been on a kick with recently, too. I've been rereading the entire thing. It's like right here. Okay. Tyler, please make sure that if you're here, you don't need to do something, you don't need to say something crazy to get my attention. I'd be really, really honored to help you, Tyler, but I'm just going to need you to be respectful in my chat, okay? What is that, Fairy? Fairy Loon, what's your little channel message? Yo, Alvin, you got to get that book. It helps me feel so centered. It's kind of like, it may sound kind of an interesting way to put it, but it's kind of like a father in a book. When you read it to yourself, it's almost the energy of like a father in a book. You'll see what I mean when you read it. That's amazing you're going to have your son read it. Those types of things get in their head when they're young. Okay. Host a spiritual boxing workshop teaching others to release anger. Oh, that's fucking lit, dude. That is a really, really great idea, actually. You know, I'm gonna put that in my booklet. You're not yelling. You're not yelling. You're being. I can feel you're being exciting. That's a great idea. You're doing great, Melissa. How are you? It cut in and out. Try refreshing it. It looks like on my computer it's fine. Okay, cool, guys. I think we're good to go ahead and start. All right, so here's the breakdown of the live readings when it comes to YouTube. Okay, so we're going to be here for about 2 hours today. So it's I'm going to round it up to, it's 10:08 my time, but I'm going to round it up to 10:10. So we'll be here about 12:10. I had a late day today, so that's what we'll do with that. And you have 3 options when it comes to getting a reading with yours truly on YouTube. Number 1 is the complete free option. All I'm going to ask you to do is make sure that you put your name, you put your zodiac, and then you put a yes/no question. If you're here for the free readings, you need to make sure you're asking a yes/no question. So here's an example. Is this person my soul tie? Is this person a karmic connection? Is spirit guiding me to make a new career change? Is spirit guiding me to a certain part of the world? Those things are completely acceptable or perfect when it comes to the free reading, okay? So, but if you're somebody where you're like, I want a general energy pull, you don't have a specific question. You're wanting me to basically pick up everything that's going on with you and figure out what is best to be presented to you in that moment, that is only eligible for the 2 other people, which is the members and the super chatters. Super chatting is this cool feature on the YouTube lives where you're able to choose a certain amount of money to either it's called donating or tipping, etc. creator, but I call it energy exchange for the reason I'm using it on here is, so I just call it an energy exchange. Basically, the amount you choose to send me, I am promising a certain amount of cards and minutes into your reading, okay? So, also, the general energy pulls, okay, are, if you're wanting the breakdown of the grid I've made for that general energy exchange, just click on the description of this live and it's going to be able to show you right there. And then the last option is the membership. So being a member and being a subscriber on YouTube are 2 totally different things. Subscribing is what most of you guys are here right now, and for the other creators that you watch. Being a member is where it's like an added benefit where you do like a monthly subscription to specific creators for their exclusive content and benefits. All right. So my members get prioritized readings. They can ask general and yes/no questions. Also, there's a ton of benefits off of live also. Like I literally earlier today just uploaded 2 videos, did probably like 4 like posts, etc. So there's weekly videos that are always uploaded. If you're interested in checking more out about the YouTube membership, go ahead and look it up. And also, if you actually join the membership while you're on one of my lives, I get a notification and I give you a Law of Attraction card pull as a thank you and a welcome into the membership community. So you need a refresher on anything I just stated, you know where to look. The description of the live. And now we're going to go ahead and leave off or start with the people we left off with last stream, okay? And let's go ahead and move this over. Okay. Perfect. Get a little drink. Okay, our oracle of the day I've picked is going to be, of course, our handy dandy Boxer's Oracle, the first oracle deck I ever created, one of many to come. And then our tarot of the day is going to be Vintage Tarot. All right. So, Kim Romero, you wanted a love general pull. I got you. What's going on in Kim Romero's love life currently? What does she need to know more than anything else? Spirit says you've already started something. You've manifested something into your life. You're not waiting. Okay? If this is a job, oh no, I'm sorry. This is specifically, I saw 1000% this is a love reading. But the job is still coming in somehow. Okay, so it's either that falling back in love with your job is something that's coming in June, but also romance is coming. You've already linked a certain person in your mind to a new beginning. And it's not a coincidence that once you started receiving this energy, again, like that pre-workout effect I call, that things started aligning with what I'm hearing is just like an unconditional communication. Not feeling like you're prying or pulling teeth for somebody to talk to you, or like they're trying to play this waiting game, all that stuff. Like, it's real. And Spirit's very proud of you for not giving up on love and for not settling. Your love life looks highly vibrational, my friend, right now. And then also, I just got to add in that sense of falling back in love with your job as well. I see formulating in June. And we're almost there. We're like, what? 20, we're like, what, 4 days away, I think? 8, 9, 30. Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. We got you. All right, next person was Lacey. And Lacey wanted a general card pull. I got you. No specific topic. Divine intervention, being spared, saved by someone else. Okay, so you're feeling like there's a relationship you've released. Okay, and there was this energy of they only ever hit you up. They only ever really like you had mundane conversations, but the only time things really got intense, or it's like you really saw each other, was when they needed something from you. Okay, you realized the toxic parts that you were attracted to, because remember, the ego registers what it knows as safety and what it doesn't know as danger. So what if most of your life what you've known is a toxic relationship, and you see screaming and yelling and ghosting and all of those things as normal? Okay, so your ego, it knows how to digest that, but having a communicative partner, having somebody that doesn't make you have to look behind your shoulder and etc., it's like the ego doesn't know what to do with that. So it's going to register it almost as this uncomfortable, dangerous feeling. But when you can sit back, when you can separate yourself from that ego parasite versus intuition, and also 3D world evidence, you see the change. Spirit's very proud of you. You released something. And they want you to know, just like they said they had a divine intervention with you about not letting you stay with somebody that's not deserving, they're going to do the same form of divine intervention to make sure you align with who you're supposed to be in this world. All you have to do is focus on your work. Cool. All right. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, for the last super chatters, we have Karina. And she's a Cancer, and she wanted a love guidance reading. Okay. Love guidance reading. What we got for you? Okay, so right now you feel like there's a pause in your love life. You're kind of like, oh man, I don't know if I'm reading this correctly. Am I tripping? Is this real? This is real. You guys are in the very big beginning stages where, honestly, I see you are more taking it day by day to make sure you can trust this masculine. That they're not one of those masculines that just cares about what I call as the pre-workout time frame. Pre-workout is an analogy I use in my readings where, think about it, like when we're going to the gym, etc., and we need a little pick-me-up. You have that pre-workout, it's going to give you that motivation, you're going to feel that kick, but eventually it's going to give out, and then consistency is what's going to keep you throughout the rest of your workout. When I say pre-workout effect, it's a short way of saying, is this somebody that only is based off the fireworks, the excitement, the when it's new, or is this somebody that actually has like long-term goals for you? I see long-term goals, but I also see this feminine needs time to see that the actions, the words, the energy continue to align. So Spirit's wanting you to know that you're in a transitional time frame. And to trust that the people you're uniting with now in your life, they're not the lovers you had in the past, because you're not the person you were in the past. All right. All right, so that was it for the super chatters we left off with last time. We're about to start 30 minutes of free people. So I do 30 minutes of free people, and then I do whatever group of super chatters for formulated in that time. Then I do another group of 30 minutes of free people, and then another group of whoever super chatted during that time. So we're going to have 2 groups of super chatters. The first group you have until, let's see, I'm going to sum it up. Right, 8:20. Yeah. Perfect. You will have until 8:20. All right, I'll just go ahead and say 10. I don't know why I say 10:45, but that's why I want to say. All right, so 10:45 is when we'll do the first cut for the first group of super chatters. I'm going to go ahead and start formulating that group, and then we'll get straight into the 30 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead and scroll up. All right, number 1 is divinity today. Make sure to listen out for your number. I will make sure to repeat all of them to refresh you guys before we dive into the super chatters. But make sure you hear out for your number so you know where I am and when I get to your reading. Okay, number 2 is Joanna. All right. General, got you. Number 3 is Alvin. Number 4 is Elizabeth. Right. Number 5 is Jill. And number 6 is KC. Okay, I'll do 7 here. Number 7 is CJ Justine. Perfect. Alrighty. All right, cool. So that's going to keep on formulating that group. Let's go ahead and dive into our 30 minutes of free readings. Remember, guys, yes, no question, your name, and your zodiac. I need all 3 of those things. Let's do this. All right, Joanna, thank you for being a member. You like a general love reading? And you want to know more about the future. Okay. What is Spirit showing right now with the Aries? So there's ghosting involved right now, isn't there? I'm feeling like somebody's ghosting, but you're fostering mindfulness. So there's a difference between ghosting and a person taking time. Okay. You guys are what I would call more in the beginning phase when you're learning healthy boundaries, but how to also show the person that you're important to me to make a priority. Just like we're both successful people. We both have a lot going for us. So if I make time for you and you make time for me, that is something that is cherished. You guys aren't back from when you were in your early 20s and you're just like going from like, friend to friend or just spending time with anybody is what I'm trying to state. In the world you are now, literally just having a person that you are willing to talk to every day, text, etc., that's a cherished thing. And I see 2 people that really do cherish that time, but are getting over fears. Are getting over, well, the way I like to say it is, they know the journey. They know they've burnt down as much as the building as they can. And that foundation is there. And you need workers, you need other people to be able to help you build a tower, build a home. Because remember, guys, the Tower card is not about destruction. It's about transformation. And that's just the energy I'm seeing with you. Long story short, Spirit's wanting you to know there's still a positive future with this person. Just don't let your parasite jump to conclusions and be like, oh, he's ghosting me because of this, or there's somebody else, etc. If the energy did show someone new in his If the energy did show somebody new, or there was another person of attention, I would see these thoughts about him having another. There is nothing. When I put you two in my energetic field, this place I call like this open landscape with a bench, etc. Long story short, I don't see anybody else trying to sit on this bench with you. I don't see a third party. I don't see anybody being able to get in the way. You just can't allow yourself to step on your own shoe or shoot yourself in the foot. All right. Oh, and bring this actually back. This is cool. Okay. All right, Janet, you're a Leo. Is silver just another lesson, or is he meant to stay? Is silver just a lesson, or is he meant to stay? Ruthless, heavy-hitting words. Somebody that you're going to be able to definitely have to... I see a karmic connection, okay? I can see how badly you want this to be your divine, but this is what I consider the false divine. Okay, and the false divine is something that's very important. Before you truly are ready for who your divine is, that soul tie, that level person, you meet a false divine who makes you really see a dark night of yourself. And you wouldn't do a lot of the work unless you went through that. You want to be prepared for your divine, but sometimes people can forget. That means there's a long process that you also have to do with your own work. I see that this is somebody they are letting you know to not ignore the red flags with. What is meant for you, you cannot mess up by picking yourself. Okay. Let's see. Well, this isn't a question for tarot, but I feel called to answer it for you. So, our friend Weena asked, at what age should a man rightfully throw in the towel if he's been rejected, ignored by women his entire life? You don't. There is something within you. Go with me here, okay? There is something within you that you are still not accepting. When we feel that it's like every single person that we're connecting with, it isn't going right, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you in the sense of like nobody can be happy with you. When I say that there's something still within you you're developing, is if you don't love yourself, you are attracting in other people who meet that vibration. You maybe, without realizing it, have attracted in unhealed lovers, unhealed potential partners. Nobody's perfect, and we definitely are meant to help heal each other. But I'm also hearing that the energy of you, my friend, maybe you're somebody that's continuing to look for love in the wrong places. Sometimes, you know, there's a saying of, I'm trying to figure out what's the right way to say it. It may not be verbatim, and you guys, I think most of you guys here even know what I'm about to say, but I don't know if it's verbatim like this. Doing the same thing over and over again is like the definition of insanity. And sometimes we can think, oh, I'm just going to try again. I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again in the same exact way, going to the same places or even the same conversations, etc. And it just ends up where you feel like it wasn't for anything. Like, oh, I opened up myself again and I was not enough. You shouldn't throw in the towel. You should allow yourself to see, though, what unhealthy, I'm trying to think of the right word. Okay, I'll say it this way. What red flags your whole life have you registered as green flags? Sometimes we think when a person makes us chase them, that there's like that means that person must have this deep sense of like self-worth, confidence, etc. And we want to be with somebody who's confident, when in reality that's a weakness within itself. When you make somebody chase you, that's a weakness within itself. And I am feeling for you specifically, my friend, I'm definitely hearing you've been attracted to women that are still under. I'm going to say one more thing for you, and then I'm going to continue forward, okay? And this is going to give you a big realization, and you're going to see a shift from this fucking moment on how all of the women and etc. that you have allowed yourself to align with. You have attracted in, over and over again, women who are stuck in a toxic karmic relationship with a false divine. You have seen yourself for a very long time. You need to read this book. Okay? You need to read this book. I know I've talked about this for like the past 3 lives now, but whatever book I highlight and I go over and I'm reading over and over again at that time, I like to show you guys. This is called The King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. Okay? The thing that it's telling me to highlight with you is the difference between boy psychology and man psychology. Okay? Hero complex and being an actual hero are 2 totally different things. This is, when I say this, it doesn't mean it's coming from like the conceited point with you, okay? But this is a band-aid we're helping rip off. A lot of masculines can get stuck in this mindset of being a savior, hero. Guess the best way would be saying that they get stuck in that motivation time. They don't think about the long term. They're just thinking about winning this woman and saving her and being everything she's ever wanted, which is great things to say, but that's it. They're not thinking about actually what they have to do that. They're just thinking of when they win her, and what I do after this. Okay, my friend, you have energetically been in that energy. A real hero in man psychology is where you are your own hero, and you know you can be a supporting factor. You are the masculine. So you're going to protect your feminine emotionally, physically, spiritually, okay? But you're not put in this world to save anybody. And once you crack the code in your head to that, watch the type of people you attract into your life. You are not unlovable. You are not meant to be alone. You've been taught a lot of toxic masculinity. And you are a generational curse breaker. You are teaching yourself things that your father never taught you. And you've chosen to rise above. You are deserving of a divine. Spirit is not going to let you settle with a karmic. That's why up to this point, there has not been that one. But watch what's going to happen after you wake up tomorrow if you let this go into your soul. You got this, brother. All right. Let's see. All right, Danielle. Danielle, I think you forgot an E because it looks like the way it's spelled was actually supposed to be Danielle. You're a Scorpio, and you'd like to know, are you finally heading in the right direction in your life? Are you finally heading in the right direction in your life? So you realize I have to shift. Okay, my friend, you are on the right path, but I'm going to tell you there is a karmic connection that you are allowing to have too much of your energy. There is somebody where they keep you in limbo. And there is a real connection, but just because there's a real connection, just because there's love, doesn't mean Spirit's telling you to be with this person. Okay? Because absolutely, there are certain things that have to be checked off the list to be with somebody. To have a fulfilling relationship, you need to be attracted to them. You need to have a spiritual connection. But also the human, who they chose to be in this world, this life as a human, is vastly important. Do they have priorities? Have they chosen to make sure that they're a loyal person, meeting the frequency? Love is not enough. Consistency, care, effort has to be there as well. A lot of people get stuck in a loop because they're like, oh, I love this person. That should be enough. I'm going to go over anything with them. Look, if you have somebody who's a roller coaster buddy in your cart with you, you could get through anything together. But if you got a person in your roller coaster cart that unbuckles you and tries to throw you out, that is never going to be something that you can move up with, get through the roller coaster with. You have a person that would throw you off of the roller coaster to save themselves. I know that this can hurt, and I can feel how much you've assisted this person with their life. None of it was in vain, and I can promise you, every dollar you gave them, every phone call in the middle of the night you answered, every time they needed somewhere to put their bed or put their head and you allowed them in your bed, may not come, the energy frequency, the high vibrations may not come back from that person, but spirit's going to make sure it comes back in another way. But you have to close the door and watch what walks in when you do. Okay. I feel like switching to tarot now. So we're going to switch over to my tarot deck for the day. Go ahead and do a reset. Alright, and we'll put that right here. We're still going good there. Alright, perfect. Fairy Loon, you're Rachel. Your real name's Rachel, and you're a Virgo, and you are also a member. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. You got a guided energy reading by me, and I said that there's a karma I need to release. Is it okay? I remember you. Let's see what's going on with that. See a karma to release. I'm hearing you let this go. I can't tell you how many of you are right at the brink of meeting a divine. I see plenty of people here in this collective. Some people are going to go through. I'm seeing what part of the collective you're in. Take off that mask. It's always a choice. You have to take the jump. You have to take the leap. The goal's almost there. This is great energy. You are supposed to let this person go. You've done the leap of faith for this person more than once. There is an energetic an energetically aligning soul tie waiting at the door to come in. What I hear is that both of you so you're already telepathically connected. You can have complete conversations, no matter if you've met each other in the 3D or not yet. You are aligned with who that person is. And when you choose to rise above certain things, you are helping the other, okay? There's a difference between being mirrors and being tango partners. Being somebody's tango partner means you both have chosen in your own lives to figure out a dance, a genre of dance, aka how you want to live your life. And your own freedom of will, your own practice, trials and tribulations, you stuck to it. One day, you align with somebody that has also perfected the same genre of music, etc., dance of life, somebody that's aligned. And then you choose to come together, and you make something even more beautiful. And things aren't going to be perfect. You're going to step on each other's toes. Sometimes you're going to get off frequency even, like getting off the song. But you don't give up on each other. You say, hey, we're going to acknowledge this is frustrating, and we're going to get right back into it. The person that has to be separated from your life is not a tango partner. But I am hearing you guys could still be friends. Because everything is not black and white. There are plenty of connections I see like this so this is definitely, remember guys, lives are, whoever I'm doing the reading for, it's for them. But lives, just like the collective readings, even if it's meant for one person, other people in their collective are going to resonate with it. If you're in a live reading, and you hear the person getting the reading is literally right aligned with your life, you are not making it up. You are part of that person's collective, and you are receiving a channel message. So honestly, no matter if you get picked or not, you're patient here, you're going to align with somebody in your collective, and you're going to get a message. You should allow yourself to go forward I hear a special alert. I don't know if your text message more sounds like a bloop kind of sound. I know that sounds weird, but like it's not like a ding, and it's not like a customized ringer. It almost feels like a bloop type of sound, and I just hear it, but then I feel like your heart like raising from it, and like your eyebrows like raising from it. An authentic happiness. I'm telling you, you and this person's inner child are going to feel so free. This is the type of connection where you could be in a room dancing by yourself, and your person walks into the room and you don't even know they're there, and you turn around, they're there, and maybe in a past relationship you would have been like, oh shit, and you would have kind of frozen up and like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed to be doing this, to be taking up space like you should. This type of person, you turned behind and you saw them there, you would just continue dancing. And that person actually would already have a smile on their face watching you. And then they would come in and hype you up and move energy with you. This is fucking awesome. You absolutely should allow yourself to go into the next phase, my friend. All right. Let's see. Oh, it is Danielle, but it's spelled without the E. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen anybody else that's done that. That's really unique to you. Okay. Maya, you're a Capricorn. Should you proceed? Okay, I do. Yeah, that's fine. Maya, you're a Capricorn, and you'd like to know, should you proceed forward with Ken Marley? Ken Marley? Should you proceed forward with Marley? Okay, so your soul, when you look inwards, this is a person that's part of the process. I am hearing that you both want each other, but this person's more a supporting, like they feel like they're more like a high, what I call a highlighter in your life. There's somebody that you already, let's picture a book, okay? Let's picture a book with notes in it, like you're in a class, and you've already written down these notes, right? So it's been in your head before, but you need to study. Sometimes we have to do repetition to get something truly locked in our mind for that test, for that grade, etc. So even though you writ something down, that doesn't mean you writ it and you know it. You're going to go back in. And sometimes we even get what? Highlighters. And we highlight certain parts so our mind gets, like our eyes get gravitated to it instantly. It's kind of like when you write, notes, you're going to have the header and then you're going to have all your little bullet points. And to make sure you can always just see where is the next header, where is the next header. That's the only thing you're going to have highlighted. This person, you've already gone through certain lessons with others. Sometimes we end karmic connections before the full entire, okay, so sometimes when it comes to not like twins or that type of thing, when we're just having simple karmics in our life, certain times you won't have a full lesson learned with that more mundane version of a karmic connection, meaning like that person you go on a date with where you're like, oh, I thought we were going to vibe, but we didn't. Or that friend that you're like, oh, I thought we were going to stay friends for a while, but you know what? If I actually thought about it, it was kind of situational. We were only friends because we had this class together. We were only friends because we worked together. They weren't actually a soul tie. They weren't actually somebody where, if I really think about it, that was going to feel the worth of going through. When we have met certain karmics in our life, they are meant to highlight whatever we did not learn with another karmic, or what we were not able to fully fulfill a lesson with another karmic, okay? So long story short for you, my friend, Spirit is showing me this is a highlighter person in your life. And if they're going to start to gravitate away from you, this certain connection, it's not from fear. it's not because they're still battling like an inner part of their soul, and you're going to go into separation for further growth. This really does feel like somebody's spirit wants you to acknowledge the time with, but not put all your eggs in one basket, okay? There's gonna be a lot more that forms. You just gotta have faith in the process, but yeah. More to form with other connections. Astro Girl, I actually have an apprenticeship program. So, if you're interested in being one of my apprentices, you can go to my website, 𝗧𝗓𝗏𝗧, and you can send me a request, interview request. Every single potential apprentice does go through the interview process to make sure that we're aligned and that I feel that this will truly be of benefit to you. So, it's basically, long story short, it's like a 30-minute session, little interview session. We go on Zoom. If you're interested in scheduling one, go to my website, 𝗧𝗓𝗏𝗧. Right on the homepage, you're going to see a button that says, click here to book a reading. Just click it. Even though you're doing the interview, it's going to take you to the same page. Just when you get to that next page and it says, what's the topic of your reading, just put in apprenticeship interview, and I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you by tomorrow. And that goes for anybody else here as well who feels called to look into the apprenticeship program. I'd be honored to get you guys on there. Off-print mint with instead of the E at the end, Astro Girl, it's an I. But if you just go to my website, or if you just go into my profile on YouTube and go into the bio, it's linked in there. Okay. All right, Janisha, thank you for being a member. And you are a Cancer. You'd like to know, will you get the job offer soon? Are you going to get the job offer soon? Yeah, you are. I got to cover this one because she's like real naked. But you absolutely are, okay? This is beautiful. This is what you've been investing truly into. Spirit didn't want you to invest into another company, another boss, or etc. that's going to brush you off. You know, sometimes we can get mad at Spirit because we're like, no matter if it's love, a job, a career, anything, it's like, why are you making things so hard for me? Why are you making this take so long? And Spirit's like, Spirit doesn't have an ego. So Spirit doesn't get mad. Spirit won't be upset if they have to make you upset in a moment because they know what they're protecting for you. I'm telling you, Spirit has a complete plan. You are absolutely getting a new job offer soon. And I'm feeling, it's like, you get that offer, or you're going to like, okay, I'm trying to find the right way to put it. It's good. It's just a lot going on. I call it surfing in my head. You're going to get a call, and you're going to get an interview in the same week. And you're going to get hired in the same week. And you're going to be very happy. So yes. Okay, so that's going to be it for the first group of 3 people. I'm going to go ahead now and notate everybody that's gone ahead and joined the super chat. Sorry, I got like incense next to my mouse. I don't want to get that in the roller. Move it a little bit more. I need to empty this, honestly. This thing gets built up. I can't tell you guys the amount of incense I use every single day. This is probably like 2 days, honestly. But I need to empty it. Okay, let me put this, and we will get right back into it. Also, guys, I will be having an after stream as well. I'll talk more about it towards the end of our stream. But basically, my after stream is I'll go on Twitch, and I play video games. It's basically like it's the other side of what I do. My main thing I do, obviously, is tarot spirituality, but I also love video games. I'm passionate about them. And it's a way, honestly, for me to connect with you guys. I decompress with y'all. And it's more like you getting to know Matt. Well, here, everything here is more 𝗪𝗏𝗡. Same person, but you get what I'm saying. You want to connect more with that type of energy, join us also on Twitch. But if you're here just more for 𝗪𝗏𝗡, I completely understand. But that also is linked in my YouTube bio if you want to join us over there. I'll talk about it more later. Uncle Freak, I'll take that. All right. Let's see. That's good there. That's good there. All right, let's go ahead and start putting everybody else. Let's see. It was 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧. KC. Perfect. 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧. Okay, now number 8. Number 8 today is Deb. Got you. All right, Fairy, thank you for joining the membership team. I will give you that LOA, Law of Attraction pull. All right, Chantel, you're number 10. Let's flip the page. Chantel, number 10. Got you. All right, number 11. Alina. All right, number 12 is Maria. Perfect. All right, number 13, that is Melody. Got you. Number 14, Alina. This is your second one. All right, so Alina, that still counts as one because if you go into the description of the live, anything under 10 is going to be considered one question. So what I'm going to do is combine the two that you did, and I'll reflect that in the amount of cards I pull for you, okay? So, Elena, I'm going to times it by 2 for you, but it will be the same question. All right. So, you're only going to be number 11, Elena, okay? All right. And then same's going to go for you, AH. Well, actually, no, you went over it. You, AH, you're good. I see what you did there. You saw that difference. You're good. Your yes/no question will stay, okay? So, AH, you are number 14. All right. Andrea. Got you. You are added. All right, that's it for the first group of super chatters, guys. This 15 people, that's going to take me anywhere between 35 to 40 minutes. So we'll definitely only have one other group of super chatters. I'm going to make the cutoff for the next group of super chatters. It's not going to be before that. I keep being told 11:15, but that seems too close. 11:15. I'm going to definitely be here at least till 12:10. Okay. 11:30. Yes. All right. 11:30 p.m. is when I'm going to do the cutoff for the last group of super chatters, and then anybody after 11:30 p.m. who super chats is going to be promised the first on tomorrow's stream. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so now we're going to start those super chatters. I'm going to restate everybody's name and their number. If up to this point you super chatted, please listen. Please listen, have your ears open for what your number is so you know when I get to your reading. Number 1 is Divinity. Number 2 is Joanna. Number 3 is Alvin. Number 4 is Elizabeth. Number 5 is Jill. Number 6 is KC. Number 7 is CJ, Justine. Number 8 is Deb. Number 9 is Fairy. Number 10 is Chantel. Number 11 is Alina. Number 12 is Mariah. Number 13 is Melody. Number 14 is AH. And number 15 is Andrea. Let's do this. That looks good. That looks good. And we'll scroll back up. All right, Divinity. I see that you did ask a question. Okay, so I'll do your question because you hit that point. So remember, if you're wanting questions answered with the super chatter, just highlight this for the future for you, okay? It's $10 where that starts. You did $9.99. I deeply appreciate it. You're very close. But in the future, if I see that, I'm still going to keep it as the general poll, but I'm going to go ahead and do that question for you because it's right at that mark, okay? But going further, that won't happen again, okay? But you're good. I'm happy you're here. I'm honored to help you. Okay, so Divinity. Your boyfriend lives at a distance, and sometimes you can't help but feel like there's something going on I'm unaware of, and I can't tell if it's my intuition or my fear. Okay, so you're wanting to get some clarity on if you can trust this masculine. Long distance relationships have their own trials and tribulations, but you can make it work. It is his finances. It has nothing to do with you. This person is highly stressed. I don't see that they're an individual that, like, they don't care about having all these connections. They just want something real. And if that person is somebody that lives far away from them, they'll make it work. But what I am hearing is finances are what's getting in the way. They have been helping others their whole life and have put themselves in the ringer. They're a charity, they're helping hand. They've been surrounded by selfish people. I'm hearing if they live by themselves or if they live currently with a partner, or, okay, if they live currently with a roommate, they feel like it's like taking care of somebody. Okay, long story short for you, there is no cheating. There is not somebody else that they are thinking about. But the energy of whoever they're living with is, I'm trying to find the right way to put it. It's not bad. There's no romance. It's platonic. But the intention, like the energy of them, it's like they're together. The responsibility, the weight of responsibility this person feels. But again, it's not romantic. It's not anything like that. It's just like they've been through a lot together. And I see that this person's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to kick this person out of my life. But they're definitely going to be asking you for help soon. They're going to be asking for your opinion. And you're going to see, oh my God, this is what I've been picking up on this whole time. You're good. Okay? I don't normally have allergies, but I've been having allergies today. I need to blow my nose, but I'm not going to do it in front of you guys because that's gross. So just give me a second. Okay. Thank you. All right, next person. Wild Willie, you calling me a tribe man's a deep compliment, actually. So thank you for that. And even though I'm not Jewish, Jewish people are amazing. Okay. Let's see. And now we're going to go on to the next person. Joanna. All right, you would like a general poll. Let's see what we got for Joanna. Okay, so right now you are wow. You're seeing you are burning away deceit. You are not allowing yourself to overspend anymore. You see the tendencies you would do, the what's the right word? You could have tried to buy your happiness for a while. You're like, if I get this, if I go out, I do this. And then you realize it's all distractions. Like, everything in life is a balance. We need to reward ourselves. But if we're doing things to escape, no matter if it's video games, no matter if it's shopping, no matter whatever it is, anything you're doing to try to escape, unless it's something that's like working out, etc., for a release, there's a difference between, let me highlight this. There's a difference between escaping and releasing. Releasing can be when we choose to exert our anger and etc. through like working out or channeling, etc., writing it out. But deflecting or trying to completely erase what you are going through by outer influence, whether it's a person or an object, a place, etc., it's only going to work for so long. And you're realizing this, and I hear your finances, they're going to be the best they've ever been this year. I know you're probably like, what? Because what I'm hearing is beginning of the year, there's been probably a pretty a significant financial change in your bank account. It's not that it's bad, but you don't have the comfort you once did. And Spirit is letting you know this was all divine intervention, okay? The next level of money, finances you're going to have in your life, you have the actual skills and willpower now to use it for the right reasons. Everything in life is a process. You're teaching yourself all these things. You got to give yourself much more benefit of the doubt. But this is great. Continue to realize who you cannot give to. Continue these healthy boundaries you've set with yourself on spending and go from there. All right. All right, now I feel called to switch back to Oracle. All right, and then let's go ahead, get a little bit of a drink of that BCAAs in the body. All right. Alvin, what's up, homie? All right. You like a general pull? Absolutely. Pre-workout effect, my friend. And then we had 2 cards fall to the ground. So when cards fall to the ground, it means that this is energy that's happening right now. And for me and for my readings, I know that when cards fall to the ground, it means that they're telling me there's nobody else in these cards' energy except you. This isn't about her. This isn't about anybody else. This is only your energy that I pick up down here, okay? And come on. All right. All right, so Alvin's energy currently, you're in a state of recovery, which we've talked about. You're in that it was 5 months, but now it's about 4 months. I think it's been a month since we talked about you going into that 5-month reclaiming and becoming centered before you even try to bring her this big forward movement. You are still, right now, going through a dark night of the soul. They're wanting you to know, yeah, it's heavy. But the silver lining, the things you are allowing to burn away. Self-deceit. Look, every masculine, we have the dark warrior and the wise warrior. The dark warrior is the one who leads through anger, who cares about being the best and the biggest and the toughest in the room. The wise warrior worries about overall, everybody's best interest, not the ego. The wise warrior can only be found by finding first that dark warrior, the wounded warrior. You've had a life that's made you a pro, is the way they want me to put it. And you've owned all your existence. But you are still, in the sense of spirituality, a child learning. This is far from your first lifetime. I know you want a general energy about love, though. But they needed you to do some self-encouragement. The way she's feeling about you right now, brother, is the pre-workout effect. There is something motivating going on. I see accomplishment. You didn't burn a bridge. You've allowed the process. If you guys have gone a little bit of time not texting or etc. the way you liked, next time you talk to her, you just gotta have confidence. Be in the state of gratefulness. Every text is a choice. Every day you're choosing each other. You see, that's the thing in love. You don't just win somebody. You don't just put a ring on it and then you stop trying or etc. Every single day is a conscious effort to choose each other. You asked for this, and Spirit's showing you how the puzzle has to be put together. Long story short, when it comes to you and her, you have the outline. You're filling in the in-between now. All right. Another thing I feel called to talk about really quick while we get into the next person is, you know, back a long time ago, when it was all about being like when the westernized world wasn't really a thing, when it was all about tribes, villages, etc., being together, community, you know, the whole essence of it takes a village to raise a child. Back in those times, there was a lot of forms of initiation and ceremonies and rituals that no matter if you're a man or a woman, you would go through to adulthood, to manhood, to womanhood. In today's society, that is completely missing. There are a bunch of young men who do not go through any form of initiation into manhood and think things are supposed to be handed to them and lead through ego and insecurity. You are a man, Alvin, who chose to put himself through initiation. You chose to put yourself through your own rituals. Okay? That is a deep fucking power. Do not ever doubt the man you are. Because, brother, you are making a domino effect. You have no idea how much you're helping other generations, no matter if they end up being your nephews or if you have a son one day, or even if it's just somebody you pass on the side of the road, a young man who sees you treat your woman correctly. You have no fucking idea what you've done. You may literally, this is going to sound like such a simple example, but it screams volumes. You could go on a date with her and you always open the door for her, no matter if it's a car door, no matter if it's a restaurant door, whatever. And another young man is on a date, one of his first dates with a girl, and he sees you do that. He doesn't have a father that does that, but he sees you do that, and he sees the happiness that comes off that woman's face, and he's like, I want my girl to look at me like that. And then he follows your fucking influence. This is beautiful. When you least expect somebody to be watching, they are. Continue forward, brother. All right, Elizabeth. You like a general card pull? Absolutely, Elizabeth. Somebody thinks you're very beautiful. And yes, it's an outer beauty, but it's from the inside. Okay, they're wanting me to let you know they're promoting this person in your life, but not in a financial way. This person does not want to. If you're wondering if this person wants anything from you, the only thing they want is your love, your soul, your time, your energy. They are not somebody that is about playing games. You have a lot in store with this connection. And I'm seeing it's just designing. It's a beautiful thing. You know, think about the analogy of like a puzzle. You know how we sometimes talk about like our highest timeline or getting to that person is like putting the whole puzzle piece together or putting the whole puzzle together. There's no right or wrong way to put a puzzle together. You can choose to, most people choose to do the outline and then work inwards. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you can start here, you can start here, you can start here, you can start here. But as long as you try and you continue forward, you're going to get the whole entire, you're going to get the whole picture done. You're going to get the whole puzzle done. And I see right now, Spirit's wanting you to know, stop hyper-focusing on doing everything right. It doesn't matter if you choose to put this puzzle piece in first or this, make this decision or this decision. If this person's meant to be in your life, one little thing is not going to make them go away. Be confident. Allow the conversations to continue to flow. Remember, when one little thing makes when you do one little thing and it makes somebody else go away instantly, that's actually a karmic connection. Because soul ties fill the essence of this is just a roller coaster bump. Okay. Jill, you're a Gemini. And you like a general love reading. You got you. You feel like you're not invested. It's not bad. I'm just surfing. Middle ground. Halfway invested, halfway not. Speaking of, you have manifested a divine. You have manifested, okay, we're going to say a soul tie. Because in live readings, I don't like to, there's too many people here to tell you something as deep and centered as like this is your divine counterpart. We can absolutely do that in, you know, complete private readings. But there's just too much energy to be able to say something that intense. But my friend, if it feels this, like this is a soul tie. There ain't no doubt about it. They're part of your divine journey. And they're very proud of you, like Spirit's very proud of you for staying aware, but they don't want you to be overly alert. Okay? Stay aware, stay open. But don't be looking for red flags. I'm hearing you're half in and kind of half out with whoever this masculine is. There's wiggle room. This makes sense for the things that you've been through. Before you can really completely talk about your personal life, things you've been through, you're wanting more time. But Spirit's saying, notice the call when that time has come. And then you have to do more leap of faith. You have to allow yourself to open up. Okay. KC. You said you have no idea about anything right now. You're just wanting a general pull. Stuck on base without my cards. Okay. What we got for you? Two energies. Did you just leave a relationship? I feel that you're either at the brink of like, I don't want to fucking be with this person anymore, or you just severed. And now you're like, there's nothing else for me to say, there's nothing else for me to do. And I'm ready. But I need some time for myself. And to really get to know myself again before I want to attract in whoever my divine is. Spirit's wanting you to know. You have already opened up the door to your divine by allowing that karmic connection to go. You may not see the small difference. You may not see now how these small decisions you feel like you've made are a complete domino effect. You're gonna have some time where you go into hermit mode, and even though it's gonna hurt, you need to honor it, because this is gonna be another form of shadow work. This is gonna be another part of yourself, the dark night of the soul. You need to progress forward. Spirit wants you to know you've made the right decisions. And going forward, I do see a masculine. I do see somebody that you're going to actually feel safe to cry to, is what they keep hearing. What they keep telling me. This is cool. We're going to continue forward. Very powerful energy. All right, CJ. General read for you too. Always honored to help you. All right, what we got for you, my friend? Self-love. You're scheduling. This is fucking phenomenal. You've started, if this is a new workout routine, or at least like a new schedule, a change in eating habits, eating less processed food, whatever you're doing is working. Okay? It's beautiful how when you're taking care of yourself, who's meant to be in your life, everything aligns. Like even to the point where they text you. I'm hearing, because you've really let go of those false individuals, and you must, with that one ex who tries to talk to you a lot, you must have really told him to like fucking stop. And you're like, I received a download with that person. I know they're always going to push my buttons. And this is the type of person where no response is the best response. That reclaiming of energy, and you don't owe anybody an answer. You don't owe that person an answer for why you're not responding to them. There's an energetic release you've done. And what I'm hearing is the doors are open for love. You're going to have some more time. You're building yourself right now. Another foundation, another lore, another piece of lore. Okay, that's what they wanted me to say. And in case you don't know what that means, lore is like background story in video games. So basically they're telling me you're going through another really in a good way, entertaining summer. I see this summer being overall with friends, and there's wiggle room in love. So there's definitely, what they mean by wiggle room in love is they don't want you to like be isolated and not allow a new connection to come in. I really do see a special connection formulating for you towards the end of this summer. We'll branch off that in our future readings, my friend. But right now, this is great. Your energy is positive. They want you to continue to set those healthy boundaries with others and continue the new healthy lifestyle. All right. Deb, thank you for being a member. And you are an Aries. You like a general love reading. I got you. Supporters. You think, okay, this is interesting. You think this person's a knockout. This is the first time I've ever actually registered this card this way. There is somebody that you're like, they're a knockout compared to everybody else. This is somebody where it's like the knockout's like I can see everything in you that I was missing in other lovers. And it's not that, was that piece of, it's just a lighter piece of hair. That does not mean supporters, knockout, unable to continue with the past. Seeing why you can't continue with the past. And you're the knockout. You have manifested a love partner in your life that not only the spirit support, I hear your friends, your family, if you have some past loved ones, they're supporting this as well. This person you see as a knockout, you're like, I don't have to settle. I can see in the past relationships I was settling. I didn't realize it, but I let it go. Even the relationships that let you go, that you chased for so long, you realize now, I'm so glad that those people left me. There's this song I'm hearing. I don't remember who it's by, but it's your masculine's energy towards you, no matter if you know them or not. It's called, I write down my, okay, I need to tell you this song. I write down my channel message songs. Okay. So, all the time, whenever I get downloads about, like, collective readings I'm supposed to do, a humongous way most of my collective reading channels start is by hearing songs in my mind, and then I write them down. To the Man Who Let Her Go by 𝗨𝗪. This is, whoever your masculine is, no matter if you know them or not, your energies are connected telepathically. And if you listen to this song, which again, it's called To the Man Who Let Her Go by 𝗨𝗪, I'm just hearing in the most in the most professional way possible, and because the dude's deserving of it, you're gonna instantly just you're just going to instantly want to get into the bedroom. That's the best way to put it. All right. And it's going to be because you realize how much he cares about you. That's why. Not just from a lustful place. Okay. All right. Number 9. We're on number 9 now, and that's fairy. And you joined the membership. Let's get you that law of attraction pull. Thank you for joining the membership team. Right now, you're seeing the small things that you've done that made a humongous difference. You know that divine love, it hasn't crossed yet. What I'm seeing right now as my example is, so fighters, they sign up for a fight. They know when it's going to happen, and they know they have a lot of work they need to do to train and be prepared for when that day comes. But there's an energy, they know when it is. Okay, I'm just explaining this to you because the analogy I'm receiving, it's like your souls have telepathically connected, you and this person. And you know, it's like inwardly you're training for each other. Your higher selves know down to the exact second you will be in each other's life. Your human self, though, doesn't. Your human self needs to go to the spiritual gym every day and practice that self-love, practice that repetition, practice those healthy boundaries. You allow yourself 2 months of doing this. 2 months. And watch what grows. You have an organic love. And they're going to love everything about you, is what they want me to say. You could have had, so you've had an ex in the past that, I'm shaking my head because I'm just feeling what this masculine has done. You've probably had a masculine in the past that tried to body shame you. I have no idea what you look like, and no matter what, there should be no fucking reason that you're getting body shamed, especially from the man that's supposed to protect you. It's a reflection of him, nothing to do with you. But let's continue forward. All right, number 10, Chantel. Okay, so you thank you for being a member, Chantel. You did ask a question, and anything under $10 is the general energy pulls. If you want a specific question, it's above that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a love general pull. I feel like love is kind of the energy you're most focused on right now. So let's give you a love general pull. You see somebody that's not going to go past your boundaries. You see somebody that's like, promote what you need, and I will be that. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a savior. I'm not going to say I'm going to be perfect. I'm not going to say we're not going to step on each other's toes. But you tell me what you need in a partner when it comes to love language, when it comes to reassurance, time, etc. If I'm going to put myself in your life, those things become a priority for me. You have a complete new energy surrounding you. And this is light. This is love. And I just keep, something I keep also hearing is they have a blue aura. But it's not even just like, it's not like even like a dark blue. It's like almost like aqua. Kind of like an aqua color. This is awesome. All right. Switch to the next page. All right, we're on number 11 now. Number 11, and that is Alina. All right, so your question was revolving around love. I'm going to make your Alina, I'm going to make it then a love general pull for you, okay? All right. Love general pull for Alina. Balanced masculine. You should... I'm sorry. My nose... I have not had allergies in the longest time. And I'm having allergies right now. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's the channel with the masculine and feminine energy. but he needs to be willing to face his shadows. You have a masculine that's not over. But your masculine is still, there's a part of his dark night he's facing. I can see how much you miss him. And remember, there's a difference between having faith and unconditional patience for a soul tie versus a karmic. This is not a karmic. I do see two people who have a lot of wiggle room still, meaning you have not even gotten close to that point of no return that we talk about. It's not somebody that they're telling you to let go of. Like, let me rephrase that. They're not telling you to give up. Letting go and giving up are two totally different things. Letting go is surrendering to a spirit. Now, no person, never surrender to a fucking person. You only surrender to spirit, and you let them take control of the timeline, and you just follow the call and when you're supposed to make a move. I see a masculine who is still currently going through that inner work. But spirit wants you to be rest assured. They still see you as a star. And you're going to have a lot more you are able to repair together. The last thing they want me to highlight before I get out of here, like out of this reading, I mean this energy, is a mother figure. Somebody that could have passed on. She's linking something for you. Your Archangel Michael is, this has to be a grandmother or just like a more elder energy who you saw as like a real big mother, big sister figure. And she's your Archangel Michael. Okay, your Archangel Michael is like it's a protector from evil deities. They're not necessarily protect you from evil forces of other humans. They're above. What people call the devil is what the Archangel Michael protects. And my universal truth is when we have past loved ones who have passed over, basically those archangels pass a torch to that person. Before you have certain people in your life pass over, you have your ancestors and you have your archangels that are doing all of these things for you. This forms of protection. But then when certain people from your life pass over, certain positions get a torch passed. And whoever this feminine, this deeply strong feminine I'm picking up on who's passed away, she's your Archangel Michael. And she wants you to know there's something stronger to this foundation. I need to blow my nose again. Just give me 1 second, guys. I thought I saw somebody I knew. And I saw a name of one of my friends from high school, but it was just a really similar name. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Now we're on number 12. That's Maria. All right, guys, and I am actually about to do 5 more minutes until last call for Super Chatters guaranteed tonight. Anybody that super chats after that 5 minutes will be the first answered on tomorrow's live stream. Okay, so 5 more minutes if you want. 1,000%, no shadow of a doubt. Your reading to be answered tonight. You got 5 minutes to put yourself on the super chatters list. Okay, number 12, Maria. Got you. You're a Cancer. You like a general reading. Right, you got that main event energy. There's something that's coming forward. They want you to have the green lights with it too. You got love. You're gonna have a loving summer. And the song that's playing for me for you is called "Summer Thing" by Pitbull. Okay, and the premise of the song is it's a romance that starts with no expectations. It even could be like, oh, this is just going to be a summer thing. But as it continues, it's like, no, I want the song basically goes from, oh, this is a summer thing. And then by the end of the song, it's like, I don't want this to be a summer thing. I want you to be here every month, every season. That's the energy I'm receiving for your love reading, my friend. Okay, number 13, Melody. You're an Aquarius. And you would like a general love reading. I got you, Melody. Absolutely. Hey, it goes on, ready to proceed in love. You know what you're wanting, and you gotta go get it. You've went into a deep ego death. There was a connection that you pushed away, and you're kind of like, is this person, is this something that still would be in my cards? Did I mess up? I'm hearing there's wiggle room with this connection. I'm hearing that, do you know how much work you've had, self-work you've had to do to get to this point of realization? To realize you were literally channeling away something you channeled to you. You channeled a wish fulfillment partner. You had that situation you had to separate for further growth. Okay? But there's something more here. You have not hit the point of no return. For this specific connection, if you want it, you gotta go get it. Okay? All right. Perfect. All right. Number 14, AH. AH. You're a Sagittarius. Will you meet your person this year? Let's see. Is AH going to meet their person this year? Glass straw. You gotta be. Whoa. You got both of you. You and the masculine both have to be willing to talk about the sensitive topics, but not too soon. No pressure on the topics. Laying it, take it day by day. Masculine strength, the confidence within that masculine. I see him being able to do it. Yeah, you are. You're meeting your soul tie this year. And I say it that way specifically. If we hyper focus on the words divine, all that stuff, from the beginning, you're kind of missing the purpose of it. You can feel when there's the potential. You can feel it. When you're people like us, you can feel when there's a deeper connection. But then you learn about the process on when it's appropriate to talk about certain parts of the connection. I see that you both are going to feel this connection as soon as you meet. It's going to be undeniable. And here's the thing, though. A soul tie, the difference between like a soul tie and a karmic. So like a soul tie, it's exciting. It's absolutely exciting. There's motivation, no doubt about it, but it's almost like a comfort. Go with me here. It's like you already know each other. Karmics are just motivation. It's just exciting. And you're kind of like in this state of just like, I feel like I can mess this up. I feel like I can mess this up. If I say one thing wrong, I'm going to mess this up. In a soul tie, you still have your insecurities, like everybody does, but there's this essence inward of just like, I feel like I know you already. And like safe. My soul feels safe. My human self doesn't. My human self needs to see I can feel protected by you. But it's like a compass. It's like it's a fucking compass that you had a blinder to before seeing this person. Because look, others don't complete us. We complete ourselves, but others help complete our spiritual journey. And you do have certain individuals you're destined to meet. And when you choose to do the work, you don't get in the way of that destiny for yourself. This is beautiful, okay? You do have a lover that you are a soul tie that can turn into a potential divine this summer. All right, Andrea. Whoa. Okay, I just had all of these cards like flip themselves. And then I had a bunch that fell to the ground. Let's see. Come on. Come here. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take all of them. Andrea, I'm going to take these 2 for you. You want a Cancer love reading? Prize fighter, heavy-hitting words. You have a masculine right now in your life, and Spirit is telling you don't have to give it your all, but don't crazy hold back. You know, you've manifested a good person into your life, somebody that's willing to walk by your side, willing to understand how you're going to operate together, dance with each other. You've manifested in a tango partner. And Spirit's not saying you have to give it your all right away. In fact, they're encouraging you to take it day by day, but don't miss the signs on what Spirit's saying you are supposed to do that day. This is beautiful. And I see the pages continuing to form. Okay. All right, so that was it for the first group of super chatters. And the last group of super chatters have been closed officially now. Anybody else that super chats after this point, you are guaranteed your answer tomorrow, on tomorrow's stream. All right, so before we go into another 30 minutes of free people, we're going to mark down everybody that put themselves on tonight's super chat list, okay? Let's see, going back to Andrea. All right, and we're going to start the numbers back over. Listen for your number. Number 1 is Jessica. Jessica 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧. Is that your name? 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏? Right, you're number 1. Number 2 is Purple Rose. What's up, homie? We will have an after stream tonight as well. All right. Joanna, you're number 3. All right. Number 4. Just adding, I don't have the option to do it. Even 10. Okay, I see. I got you. Got you. That's cool. Right. Divinity. I got you. You'll be number 4. Number 5, Alvin. Right. Number 6 is Deb. Number 7, that's Rachel. Got you. Number 8, Karina. Okay. Got you. All right, so that is the last group of super chatters for today's stream. Again, anybody after this point that gets themselves on the list, you're guaranteed to be the first person I do tomorrow's stream. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. What time is it? 11:36. 8 people. That will take me only like 15 minutes. Yeah, that will only take me like 15 minutes. So I could do another 30 of free people. All right, so let's go ahead. 12:06 a.m. is right now, where it is right now is, for me, it's 11:36 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to do free tarot readings until 12:06. Okay, so they resume now. Make sure you put your name, your zodiac, and a yes/no question. Okay. Okay. Take a little drink. All right. Melanie? Is that your name, Melanie? I'm sorry if I said it incorrectly. You're a Virgo, and you'd like to know. Okay. I'm sorry, my friend. It's only yes/no questions. So if you go ahead and ask a question that is yes/no format, and I see my eyes align with you organically again, I'll make sure to give you that reading, okay? What's up, Erica? You can call me UncleBronze. You can call me Matt. You can call me Matthew. All of them are cool. Whatever floats your boat. All right. Okay, Kathleen, you're a Taurus. You'd like to know, will Adam apologize to you, or will he continue to be mad? Okay, he's an Aquarius. Well, Aquariuses are definitely one of the most... Something I've always noticed when it comes to personal readings, etc., is Aquariuses are like a lot of times the biggest runners until they've done a certain amount of healing. But like, I'm not saying that they are not loyal. They're very loyal. But also it's like once you've lost their trust or you've done something that they believe you've done to lose their trust, it's hard to get it back. And I say it that way because there's a lot of times where 80% of the time, misunderstandings and assumptions are what get in the way of relationships. And I am feeling that you have a pretty stubborn Aquarius who's really not allowing you guys to have the whole conversation about, like, go over everything. And you are not meant to build an entire foundation for you two, okay? Let's go ahead and see, is he going to be able to apologize to you? Okay, we had this card that was already up. Heavy hitter, the kinetic energy and the reversal. Okay, remember, I'm here for you. I'm always here for you. I do not see right now this masculine having the energy to actually take this forward. I don't see somebody that's willing to give that heavy hitter energy. You're willing to talk about this, but both people have to come to the court. Spirit's not telling you to hold your life off, okay? I can see why you have the pull, but this feels more karmic. This feels more karmic. There's a difference between trials and tribulations for individuals that are still working through things, but you've both done enough work to where it's like you are meant to be in each other's life and you can do the rest together, versus somebody that it's just a cycle repeat. This would be like pulling teeth, not healing. So Spirit wants you to realize that just because you don't receive an apology from him, it doesn't mean that it failed. But moving forward would be the best recommendation Spirit has for you. I'm going to use some new incense as well. I love that. My favorite brand is this, when they come in in this shape box, and it's the Hem brand, the Precious collection. I love these ones because they're unique. They're very unique. So this one is the Moon. It's the Moon scent. The one I've been using for the past couple days. Because I'll go through one of these in like 4 days. The one I've been using for the past couple days was the Star. So let's see what this is about. Let's see. Here, see what it smells like. I actually haven't even this is the first time I got this one, so I don't even know what it smells like. Okay, it smells really good. I feel like there's a non-champa. I probably said that incorrectly. It's a hard word for me to say, but I like it. It smells good. Okay, then we can put this right here for now. Let's see. Next person. Kim, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I did go do your reading. You probably just weren't here in the beginning. Thank you for your patience. I know it was I didn't go on stream last night like I said I would. I was getting back on track with like editing videos and stuff. So thank you for your patience. I did give you your reading. You were one of the first. Let me look where you were literally the first one. So if you scroll back on this live all the way So the first person, it's you, Kim. Okay. Remember, guys, do a yes/no question and your zodiac sign and your name. Okay, that's really important that I have that stuff so I can connect to what collective you're in. Okay, Erica, you're a Sagittarius and you'd like to know, are you going to get a better financial status job? Like, basically, will I get a job genuinely, like, within... Okay, so you're wanting to know, are you going to get a stable job that you feel fulfillment in? Both absolutely financially, but, you know, spiritually, and, like, that you feel like there's a purpose. And you enjoy the people that, for the most part, that you work with. Trials and tribulations always. Let's see. I had 2 cards fall to the ground. So this is nobody but your energy. So this is nobody but your energy. And so I'm picking up on the masculine energy within you. Medium build, mysterious, got to be willing to take that chance. But you got the lead. You got the willpower. You need, if you have not yet, I'm telling you, especially in what's going on right now with the world, it's very hard. If you live in America, etc., it's very hard for people to get jobs right now. You, to get a job, will need to go the extra mile. If you have not yet literally gone into stores or companies, etc., that you've applied for, that you genuinely like, I want to work here, I really suggest you do that. Okay, those little things go miles. You could be waiting months to get an interview from somebody, but if you actually just walked into that store, showed yourself, gave them your energy, they connect with your eyes, and you get that interview that week. Okay? You have this within you. And they're not saying what you've done is not enough. Okay? Give yourself all of the credit for all these steps you're doing. But if you allow yourself to take that next step, you're going to get that job this summer. But the choice is yours. All right. Natalia, you're a Virgo. You'd like to know, will you reconcile with the one you love? Are you going to reconcile with the one you love? Trusted advice, gloves on, ready to proceed, forward for action, trusted mentor, backbone. There's love formulating for you this summer. But I hear the words, be surprised, be surprised, be surprised. Your guides are telling me you're having love this summer, but it's not a face you know right now. And you're going to be really glad that you didn't settle. You got to let this formulate. But there's something, and I feel that you guys are going to start like the right way, like a friendship, getting to know each other, not rushing into sexual stuff, etc. Just being enough, just being you. Okay? Like I'm just hearing you're going to have another level of support than you've ever felt before. When it comes to a romantic partner, that is. They don't want you to sweat the small stuff that's happened with this other person. Because here's the thing. Who your person is, the soul tie, they're not going to sweat. Or they're not, they're not going to sweat the small stuff. They're going to be there for you. They're going to consider those, like when you're stepping on each other's feet or road bumps. They're not going to see it as something to abandon ship. This person, like, you already know it within yourself, but this person's going to be another human that really shows you. It's a good thing. I'm just finding, there's so much expression I'm feeling in it, so I'm trying to find the right way to put it. You're going to meet a person that makes you see all of the stuff that other people told you did that was too much, wasn't. Allow love in. Don't have expectations on who it is, when it needs to be. Just have that door open. Kim, I'm not gonna. I don't know when it's gonna be. It had to have been probably within the first. You are the literal first. And I normally spend about like the first, I think like 10 or 15 minutes, not even that long, waiting for people to get in and formulating a good group of people before we start. So your reading has to be at like the 15-minute frame. Okay, so that's what you'll just have to scroll back and look at that time frame. All right, let's see. A second, I think I'm about to sneeze. Phew. Whew. Thank you. Okay. Melissa, will Lewis reach out soon? Will Lewis reach out soon? So I don't see as reaching out soon, but I'm hearing this as a divine intervention. This is a karmic connection. I see that there's somebody else that's going to be able to transform with you. I see specifically with you something about October. And this is the first time I've channeled for somebody about specifically October in a really long time. I'm not saying it's going to take till October for him to reach out, but I see you guys having like a really good October together. Interesting. Yeah. He's definitely gonna reach out soon. Just let the chat happen when it's supposed to. Another thing I feel called to tell you guys is a really good natural remedy for allergy medicine is honey, but specifically the honey from wherever you live. So like I live in Florida, so I will use I'll use like my farmer's market type of honey because the pollen around here, that's what it's connected to. People use a lot of over the counter allergy medicines, and to be quite frank, a lot of them don't work. A lot of them don't, and they actually can not be good for you. So it's always good to first try holistic, as long as you know yourself. Make sure you know your allergies, make sure you do still honor westernized medicine, get your checkups, etc. But with all that, also do holistic first. I am telling you, just get some honey from your local area, do a spoonful of it every day, and watch your allergies go away. That's what I'm going to do after this. All right. All right. Hey, what's up, Asha? All right. Honored to help you, Erica. All right. Farah, you're a Libra. Well, Nabel, is that how you say his name? I apologize if I didn't say it correctly, but will Nabel Shaw come back and apologize to you soon? You guys are in no contact. Okay, I feel called to go back to tarot now. Is he going to be able to gain the strength to call you back? That's what they keep telling me. Is he going to have the strength to call her back? These two cards were already flipped over. I'm always here for you. I do not see. But another thing is, I see a very karmic connection. I don't see a man that's in touch with his feminine side. I don't see a man who's willing. I mean, I'm not, I'm going to say this word, but it's not from an egotistical sense, okay? I feel like a coward type of energy with this person. Not like he's a coward, but like that's like somebody who knows what they feel and totally chooses not to go for it. And it's not something to... It's really hard to feel sorry for him because he's doing this to himself. Being in his energy, I don't see somebody who has your best interest, though. You're being called to go forward from this. This person does not plan on investing. Their energy with you is not... So being in this masculine's mind, I don't hear him saying things like, what can I do for her? I don't hear his mind being like highlighting and remembering things you like or you do or you say. It's a lot of sexual thoughts. I'm going to say it the most professional way I can. It's a lot of sexual thoughts and not much else. You deserve somebody that wants more than your body. I can feel that you're a sexual person, and that's awesome. But somebody who's deserving of it. You should go forward. Right. Honored to help you. Deb, thank you for being a member. You're an Aries. The person you desire is a Capricorn. Previous readings say they feel the same, but they're dating other people. Are you being used? The person I desire is a Capricorn. They plugged in? Something that was installed and then uninstalled itself. I'm getting a download. Is this person really about computers? Because the analogies that started all going throughout my head for your masculine was things that were computer-based, like uninstalling a software and then reinstalling it and then moving it to like an external hard drive and then long story short, if he's not into computers, he must be like an air sign or etc. Just somebody that's very logical and is thinking like this versus more flowy, right? I see this person has more to your story together. You're not being used in their mind, but they can be more thoughtful. And I say it that way because the masculine, it's not a sign where they're like, it's over. It's not a sign where I just got a lot of work. You got a lot of work with this person. If you choose to go with them, I feel that this person has not gone through a dark night of the soul. There's like a level of awareness that I don't see. They're not using you, but you definitely are deserving of better. Nothing's perfect in life, but you, with this situation, with how young it feels, I do see you're probably in a separation for further growth right now. Just to answer your question for now, you're not being used, but you're not fulfilled either. That's why I'm going to cut it for that, because it would go into a really long reading if I continue to let the energy go. All right. All right. Let's see. Remember, guys, yes, no questions, zodiac, and name. Very important. Your birthday's on the 28th tomorrow, Sonia? Yo, my birthday's May 30th. What's up? Literally 2 days apart. That's what's up. Well, happy early birthday to you. Okay. Is there love on the way for Sonia? Sonia. Is there love on the way for you? Taking the leap of faith. Helping hand. There is love on the way to you, my friend, but there's somebody that you know is not going to be willing to take the leap of faith. Selfish. Takes advantage. Why have I taken the leap with so many people and it didn't work out? You're about to have the person come in so you can see why it didn't work out with anybody else. But Spirit's telling you, don't be afraid of taking a leap with this person, though. Like, they understand everything you've been through, okay? Your ego is going to register this as really this. When you get this love, it's your ego is going to first register it as a disturbance. Not wrong, not dangerous, a disturbance. Because your ego knows abuse, neglect. It does not know actually the healthy dynamics and who your divine and etc. is. You're going to have a partner. You're calling in a person that respects your boundaries, and when you say something, they respect it. They don't try to go over it. You're going to have a masculine who also doesn't have codependency issues. So you may have had lovers in the past where if you didn't message them by a certain time and etc., they were like double texting, triple texting, and not in a like a fun way where it's like, what I mean is like, you know, when you're like texting somebody and it's like, oh, I remember this. No, oops, I already sent the message, but now I remember this. And that's a good vibe. That type of double, triple texting, whatever, is totally different than if like you've gone fucking days, hours, etc., not talking to them. I feel that your ego is going to have moments where it registers them as like not caring or whatever, when in reality they're just extremely confident within themselves and they know what they bring to the table, and they also have faced those things about themselves. Whoever your masculine is, they are absolutely somebody who has gone through the dark night of their soul, has risen from their toxic masculinity. See, that's the thing. Every masculine in this world is going to have a toxic portion. Toxic. Every masculine, it's a hard word for me to say. I have a little bit of a speech impediment, and it's like when O's and R's and like A's and R's, things like that are close to each other where it's hard for me. Every masculine within themselves has to discover who their toxic masculine is and rise above it. Face him head on. Your masculine has done this. And this love is going to bring you a lot of balance. You have a new partner in this year. Okay? But again, don't be afraid to take the leap of faith, because the ego has to catch up with the energy of reality. And the reality is that this person really does check off your boxes. Okay. Why does they keep doing that? Okay. Hey, it looks like we got a lot of Geminis in here right now. Gemini party, whoop! Anyways, all right, Danny, or I'm sorry, Diana, you're a Virgo. You like to know, will this connection turn into something more than it is now? Is this connection going to turn into something more than it is now? You've experienced a lot. You've experienced a lot of dishonesty. You've had a lot of hands that you fed, and then it was like nothing to celebrate for. The green lights. My friend, you're going to have... Yes, okay, but here's the thing. You are going to have an ex come back when you're with this person. You're going to continue to get to know them. It is going to turn into something more, but you have a choice. There is going to be a karmic connection that for a very long time you wanted to come in. You wanted to stop playing. You is going to come in and say all the things you've always wanted to hear, and you're going to have a choice if you're going to cycle repeat. Because even though right now you may be like, oh, this me and this dude, we keep vibing, we keep going forward. I don't give a fuck that person comes back in. No, it's really easy to say that now. Okay, it's not easy though when you are reading the text messages, hearing their voice, or maybe even in person with that karmic connection, and they're literally telling you everything you've always wanted to hear because your ego's registering it. And it's like, finally, we got this. Woo! But in reality, it's spirit testing you. Are you really ready for this next step? There's going to be more, but you have a choice. You got a choice. All right. And I feel called to switch back to my oracle now. Honored to help you. All right. Remember, guys, yes, no questions for the free ones, okay? Thank you for putting your names and your zodiacs, but we need to do a yes, no. I'm sorry if I say your name incorrectly. 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧 Trulio. That's a cool name. I've never heard that name before. But you're a Leo. And you'd like to know, are you going to be with Paul soon? Are you going to be with Paul soon? Supported factors. Step by step. Yeah. You are. But what I'm hearing is they want you to give more time for this to formulate. Your personal lives are going to intertwine very organically. Yeah, this is going to turn into more. All right. Let's see. Yes, no questions. Melody. Wait, oh, I just gave you yours, Melody. All right, Sonia, there we go. Sonia, you're a Cancer. You would like to know, does 𝗧𝗏 want to be with you? 𝗧𝗏. Does he or they want to be? I'm always here for you. I don't see somebody right now that wants to be in a committed relationship. They don't feel like they have the ability to protect. This comes down to something personal within them, though there's a lot of insecurity. Okay, this is a masculine who I'm not saying that he's a wimp or anything like that, but he needs to work on his self-talk. This would be like a relationship where you're picking up the masculine a lot of the times. I'm not saying that this person would be toxic per se, but if you are like, I don't want to be with, I'm trying to find out a way to put it. If you're willing to go through a lot of shadow work with him, like a lot, and be very patient, you know, I do see something be able to come together. But right now, there is an absolute divine intervention. I do hear the timeline still protected through you two. I do hear there's a soul tie connection. So there's an unfinished story. They're not a karmic. They're not here for entertainment. They're here to really help you. But there's going to be a lot more you guys have to face together. So Spirit's wanting to promote, even though right now he does not want to be in a relationship, I don't see Spirit saying that it's not possible. Like, I honestly feel pretty confident. Is he kind of young? I feel that if he's not in his early 20s, he's got to be kind of like energetically or mentally there. Just give him more time. Set your boundaries. But if this is worth it, little by little, I do see things getting better. Yeah, that makes sense. And then there was one, my eyes aligned with one member as well. When I see a member, I align with them. That's what I mean by prioritized readings. Like if I see my eyes align with a member because their name's green and it has a Spartan logo, they're getting their reading. As long as it's with the questions as long as it follows the directions of the questions aloud, which you guys usually have no problem with doing that. All right, Misty Lee, you're a Libra, and you're wanting to know, are you and your partner on the right track now? Are you and your partner on the right track now? Yeah, they haven't really been able to invest much yet. It's a conference that's coming. You absolutely are on the right track now. You guys made a game plan. You know the next steps. You know that there's some things you're not ready to fully invest in yet, but the conversations are there. You're doing this healthily. A lot of times people just try to jump into things instead of taking time to plan accordingly. This is great. You guys are on the right track. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and do our super chatters. I'll go ahead and start formulating the list for tomorrow. Well, actually, I'll just go ahead and wait to do it towards the end for that. We're going to go back and start with the last group of super chatters. But I'll make sure before we get off that I write down everybody that's first tomorrow, okay? All right, so here, if you super chatted and you're in group 2, make sure you listen right here. I'm going to give you your number and you follow. You'll know where we are, how close we are to your reading. Number 1 is Jessica R. Number 2 is Purple Rose. Number 3 is Joanna. Number 4 is Divinity. Number 5 is Alvin. Number 6 is Deb. Number 7 is Rachel. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, number 8 is Karina. Okay? And if you didn't hear your name called after Karina, that means that you're one of the people, and you've super chatted, that means that you're one of the people I will be doing first on tomorrow's stream. Let's scroll up to Jessica and get started. Jessica R. Jessica R. H. There we go, perfect. And then Purple Rose, yeah. And let me get a drink. All right. Jessica R. You would like a general pull. You're not needing to avoid harm with this person. You're really attracted to a masculine because they know their healthy boundaries. And when somebody knows their own healthy boundaries, you know they're going to respect your healthy boundaries. When a person doesn't know how to tell an individual to treat them, they're not going to know how to treat you. It's a yin-yang. You are very attracted to, you can see clear as day. But here's the thing. You're masculine. It's not one of those masculines that's like, don't fuck with me. Stupid shit. Their energy states it for themselves. They're not a big mouth individual. What I'm hearing is they know when to speak and when to be a fly on the wall. Your masculine is somebody that actively pays attention to the little things about you. This is fucking phenomenal. I'm not saying he's perfect, but like, this is a good guy. We all got our trials and tribulations, but this is a good guy. You should continue forward. All right. Number 2, Purple Rose. Your dream of becoming... Okay. Purple Rose, so thank you for being a member. Remember, anything under $10 is the general pulls, though, okay? So what I see as your question is regarding your cousin. I'll give you a family general pull. What does Spirit want you to know right now regarding your family. Amateur, time of learning. I mean, obviously I know this is about your cousin, and I don't have to super channel into that. All I'm hearing with it, though, is that you and whoever this family member is, you're just in a time of learning together. You guys bop heads back and forth, but it's almost like a sibling versus like a cousin energy. I mean, you guys are good. There's wiggle room, trials and tribulations, and these things are strong. It's actually like really healthy to go with me here when I say this. It's really healthy to get into momentary confrontations with like siblings and etc. because it teaches you how to talk to others. Because with a sibling, there's just this energy of like, I'm not gonna lose you. You're in my life. You're my blood. When you're younger, and then you learn a lot of how to treat other people where you could lose the connections. I just see two individuals who, even though you're adults, when you're together, you know, your heads can bounce back and forth, and you're going to be good. Just allow more time to flow, and remember, blood isn't everything, but I can definitely tell with this connection, with this friendship, or I can tell with this blood connection, there's a friendship, there's something more, and maybe you've had to do some healthy boundaries with other family members, but you guys are still in this together. All right. All right, Joanna. Okay, Joanna, also with you, thank you for being a member, but anything under $10 is only the general energy pulls. So I'm going to go ahead and ask, what is Spirit stating for you need to know the most right now? What in her life is there strength that could be focused on more? Defending your ground before the main event. You know what you're deserving of. And there's a goal you're trying to hit. And what I'm hearing is you're going to need, there's this little, it's nothing bad. I'm just trying to find the right way to put it. You've burned some bridges. And there's one final friend coming back. This is cool. Okay, your energy is a friend that is like a deep soul tie that you guys haven't talked to for years, coming back into your life. And and here's the thing, nobody's perfect. And I'm seeing you've reflected in this friendship. You're like, man, I was a fucking asshole. Like, I was being really selfish, and I didn't realize it. And it's been a very long time. And I hear that, you remember, soul ties are more than romantic, by the way. Soul ties are platonic, family, even energy, like certain plants, animals, etc. that you just feel this deeper fucking connection to. It's a soul tie. What I'm seeing right here is a friendship that's meant to still continue forward. Allow yourself to say sorry. Own it. And what I hear is, look, it's not always just one person. There were a lot of things you could have done differently, but so were theirs. And a lot of times when it's a relationship that's meant to be in your life, no matter if it's romantic or not, and you just take ownership for what you did, it gives the motivation for the other person too. And you're no longer having your egos fighting each other. You're just talking. You're realizing. You're growing. So Spirit wants you to be prepared, and don't have your defenses up for this friend, okay? All right, number 4, divinity. Okay, I see. That was the one. Got you. Divinity. You're wanting to know, is there anything you should be working on right now? What is Spirit stating right now you should have your most focus on? Ruthless words and not being afraid to say them. Have you had a masculine that yelled a lot? Because I'm just hearing you go blank. It's like when somebody, you know when somebody's yelling and then like your ears start to ring almost? And you're just kind of like, Like you can't be there. It's a trauma response. Just because somebody's loud, like they're a loud person, does not give them the excuse to yell at you. There's a difference between being a loud person because you get excited or, you know, it's just your personality's big, versus like yelling at somebody when you're in conversations. In fact, if your person is a more expressive individual and they choose to be your partner, they should be very aware that when you get in those positions, if they don't control the octave of their voice, no matter what they mean, will not be heard. It will go in one ear and out the other, and it's because it's a trauma response. It's not because you don't care. Spirits want you to focus on your next relationship, telling your boundaries. And even before you get into the relationship, when you're talking to each other, let it organically form, but also tell the universe you're demanding in a strong man, but somebody who knows with you they need to be sensitive. You're strong, you're independent, you're free. Into this world, not in your relationships, but in this world, you're a masculine source. Remember, guys, it has nothing to do with gender. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And if saying the word masculine or feminine and you're the opposite sex of that word bothers you, there's ego death you need to go through. Because to be a full human being, we have to honor and be proud and thankful for both sides of ourselves. Our nurture, our compassion, our sympathy, that's our feminine side. Okay? And then our willpower, our go-get attitude, our self-composure, that's our masculine side. And you need both to be a blended human being. In the outside world, you're a masculine, but in your relationship, in love, you are the feminine. And you do need you need that balance of somebody's like in not in like a fake fairy tale way, but in like a very, what I call the realistic knight in shining armor, somebody that really respects all those values of being traditional and being chivalrous. It's a hard word for me to say, but also doesn't put themselves on a pedestal and act like they're this hero that's coming to save you. You have a really healthy relationship formulating, and Spirit's also telling you, say this stuff to the universe. You know, the universe, it listens to you. And a lot of times people forget, like, the universe doesn't know the difference between bad and good. It doesn't have an ego. Those are ego words. It's high frequency, low frequency. And humans have decided to label the words bad and etc. as low vibrations and good as high vibrations. Whatever you focus on the most, Spirit's going to bring it to you. But remember also, manifestation, a lot of times people think it's like a tally game. It's like, I did this, so I have to do this to counter-react it. And that's not how manifestation works. Manifestation is not a tally game. It's a pie chart. It's a percentage. If 80% of the time, you're doing everything you can to be positive, to believe in yourself, and 20% of the time, you're not believing in yourself, you go into those moments of self-deprecation, it's not going to fuck everything up. And remember, sometimes, some months of your life are not 80-20. But when you are doing everything you can, you're going to make it through. Spirit wants you to command to the world the qualities that you desire in a partner. Not just the things you don't desire. Command what you do. And a really good exercise is to get a piece of paper out and literally, like, title it something along the lines of, like, manifesting my soul tie, manifesting what's meant for me, and these are the qualities in the man that's meant for me. And then go to the other side and say, these are the qualities I won't deal with a man or a person. I don't want to assume, but I feel for you, I do feel like it's like masculine and still also like somebody that presents as a man as well. Continue forward, my friend. All right. Number 5, that's Alvin. Let's see, homie, what we got for you. Let's do a general pull this time. General pull for what he needs to know most about himself. You're getting out of your head, brother. You're getting out of your fucking head. This is amazing. You are embracing that. You remember that what I just said about if the ego, if you hear, so you're a masculine, obviously. And when you hear that you're a masculine that still has a feminine side in the past, you would get hurt by that. There's an ego thing. They're like, fuck no. Like, that's instant reaction of like, oh, no, I'm a man. I don't have a feminine side, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm talking about a long time ago, you. But now, hearing, when we were just talking about that whole, how we are all balanced, we have it within us, you feel the embrace, the strength of knowing your feminine side. Do you understand how attractive that is to people? Women do not want the biggest and baddest man in the room. They want somebody that's controlled, that knows themselves, definitely knows healthy boundaries, but not this hyper masculinity. Spirit's very proud of you. Look at just reflect on what you just, when we were going through that, and you hearing that you have the feminine side, and how it did not, you didn't go into 1 second of an ego dilemma at all. Spirit wants you to recognize that power. You've leveled up, dude. You fucking leveled up. Okay. But remember, still the self-control when it comes to love. They threw a card out at me and they just wanted me to highlight with her. Let it keep vibing, okay? Let it keep vibing with her. I want you to keep this pre-workout effect. I want you to let it motivate you. Just remember to let the love still flow, okay? All right, number 6. Deb. All right, Deb. Is the person you desire your person? So this is what, so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I can answer that, but it's not, you're probably asking, is this a divine counterpart, etc. Okay. If you look in the description of my live, or if you look at the description of my live, all the way at the bottom, you're going to see I list what I don't answer. Okay. In a private reading, we can identify a divine counterpart, a twin flame, etc. In a live reading, there are a lot of energies, and something that specific and vastly specific to you, I only feel comfortable doing in a personal reading. There are times I am in live readings and I am channeling a person's energy and I'm like really positive that they have a divine, but out of respect for you, your peace of mind, your happiness, your safety, everything, it's not appropriate for a reader to tell you that somebody is your divine or you're going to get married to them. It's not appropriate in a live reading. But we can tell you if this is a soul tie. We absolutely can tell you if this is a karmic or if this is something that can form into a potential divine counterpart, right? So what I'm going to ask Spirit, the person you desire, are they a soul tie, a soulmate, or a karmic, okay? And that gives you a really, really, really good step forward. Because if they're a karmic, you can instantly take off the table them being a divine, right? Okay. Kickboxer, full investment, definitely part of it. This is a soulmate, my friend. Okay, so the difference between a soulmate and a soul tie. Soul ties are destiny, and what I'm about to tell you is what I call my universal truth. It's a long explanation I can say in a short way. Basically, when I have had Spirit prove something to me that no human could have told me, and I would have believed, I had to experience it through the universe itself. I call that my universal truth. And I don't expect you to just believe what I'm saying either. In fact, I encourage you not to. I encourage you to do your own research. I encourage you to listen to the knowledge I'm giving you, and then you take it from there. Okay? Soulmates are randomized people. Think of NPCs in video games. And in case you're somebody here that doesn't play video games, I want you to think of a game like Skyrim or World of Warcraft or Grand Theft Auto, those type of games where there's like fake people in them. And I'm not saying fake in the sense of like an ego. Like they're called NPCs. They're computers. They're not actually like real players, other humans. Okay. In this game, picture life. You're the avatar. You're the main character. And based off your left path, right path choices, you're going to meet certain people that don't actually kind of matter in the overall destination of the game. You have your main quest characters that you're going to experience those main events with, no matter what their destiny. Your sentientnesses are formed in the same exact time. My universal truth is that souls are born when stars are born. When there's that bang, it's another cluster of energy, and soul ties are all in the same star. When that star formed life and busted, your energies, that is your soul tie, and those essences you're going to meet in every life. They're the main characters, okay? But then we have soulmates, which are randomized people. They are passengers on our journey. They make the experience better, but you almost know that there's just a time it's going to end. Think of the energy of back when we were in school or at work. You have your work friend, you have your school best friend, you had your science best friend, then your literature best friend. And you kind of just like knew you were experiencing that time together. It was fucking dope. You made great memories, but like you don't talk to them. You don't have any hard feelings about them. You just knew that the time was done. It was kind of like situational. And that's what soulmates are. They're situational, very awesome people. And they're just somebody though more you experience and are on the path, and then you separate. But soul ties are somebody that's like destiny. You get past lives together. There's no way not to interact. This person, okay, they're a soulmate, and I can feel that. That's not spirit telling you to throw the connection away. You just are going to both organically find a time when you're like, I just feel that the purpose has been served. And it's not a failure at all. Okay? Think about, one last thing I'll say, and I'll go on to the next person, okay? Think about when you go on a roller coaster also, if you guys have heard me say this analogy. When we're on a roller coaster, we show up to the theme park with a group of people, or at least one other person, and that's our soul tie. We're going to get on the rides with them, and then when we get off the rides, we're still going to be together. But when you're in line, you're around all these people you don't know. You're not talking to them. You get in the cart, in the roller coaster cart, and still, you're not talking to them. Everybody's just kind of like chilling, waiting. But then the ride starts, right? And you're going up. And you get to this point. When it starts, when it goes down, everybody's like, woo, screaming, blah, blah, blah. You may even kind of like look over to the side at the person you don't know. And in that moment, it's like you're like homies. You're just like, yeah, this is fucking awesome, dude. You having fun? And you, in that moment, like everybody becomes connected. And you're just experiencing the ride together. And then once you get back to the beginning of the ride where you get off, you may look at that person and be like, yo, that was awesome. Have a great rest of the time today. Have a great rest of the theme park experience. And you never see each other again. But for the rest of your lives, you have great memories with those souls. That's what this is. They're important too. They make life better. And you also do learn lessons with soulmates, but it's not karmic lessons. It's almost more lessons about like self-love. You're like, oh, this is what a friend's supposed to feel like. This is when somebody actually cares about me, what it feels like. So it's a difference, a yin-yang type of lesson. Continue forward, my friend. Okay. All right, number 7. Number 7. That is Rachel. You love a general reading. I love general reading. Got you. What is spirit? Oh, 1 second. I need to light another incense. Oh, my last star one too. Last star one. Perfect. All right. And then we're going to do general love reading for Rachel. She's a Cancer. Small weight and promoting it. Small pay to do this. Yeah, okay. I'm just getting my download. That's good. So you got a really good, this is like a soul tie connection. There's a lot of chemistry, both like mentally, spiritually, but physically as well. I'm hearing that this is going to be, I didn't expect it to be like this. Just because reading your energy in the past, I think this is the first time I've ever, like the most professional way possible, I think this is the first time I've ever channeled your energy, Karina, in anything more on the seductive side, if you will. Like, basically, I feel that the energy of you're a sexual person, but maybe you haven't had a partner where you felt free enough to do that. And I see a partner where you do. And I see you two formulating a lot of bonding memories this summer. Okay, so continue forward, Karina. It's a masculine that's deserving of your body. This is a masculine that's going to prove to you he's deserving of that vulnerability of you. Okay, oh wait, Rachel and Karina, you're in the same energy. You're both Cancers. You're right next to each other. And I was channeling both Karina. Okay, of course, Karina, I'm still going to give you your own card. But that was Rachel beforehand. But you're both Cancers. You're both in the same energy. You both wanted a love reading. This is where that collective thing comes into play. All right, so Rachel, you can still listen to this one. Rachel, Karina, you guys got 2 for 1, basically. And then everybody else here who's resonating with their messages. All right, Karina, let's go ahead and brace off that with your collective. I know a channel message I'm supposed to do now. So I filmed. So every reading you see me upload has been filmed like multiple days beforehand. When you guys see me upload a video with this shirt on, the Kill Crew boxing, if you're here right now and you're resonating with Karina and Rachel with like that sexual tension, that's going to be your reading, okay? But it probably won't even be up for like over a week because I have plenty of other ones I already filmed. But I haven't worn this shirt in a while. So when you guys see that, if you're resonating with their messages, that's definitely a collective reading for you. But let's go back into Karina and give you the extension. Organized structure, step by step, day by day, but no burnout energy. You're going to need to make plans to see each other. This is not going to be for this collective, it's not going to, so I see very successful people, both the masculine and the feminine, and schedules being able to work out, but you're going to have very advanced planning. Spirit does not want you to be afraid of expressing. Spirit honestly wants me to tell you to not be afraid of burnout energy. You're not who you used to be. You know when it's time to talk about serious things, when it's time to just relax, when it's time to initiate confidence, when it's time to just be a listening ear. And Spirit wants you to know that this has already started. You're not waiting for this to start. You guys are on the path. And I'm saying they're saying don't pinch yourself because this is real. Yeah, you're going to have to do a lot more investing time into planning to see each other. No matter if you live 2 seconds from each other, 2 miles from each other, 2 hours from each other, 2 days, whatever. However long you distance are from each other, it's just your energies are you got good schedules. You can make time for each other. Just let it flow and let it grow. All right. I'm going to go ahead now and write down everybody that's super chatted since Karina. And you guys will be the ones promised on tomorrow's live stream. Perfect. And let me switch my pen color. All right. Resetting the numbers. Number 1. If you guys still do want a super chat to get yourself as one of the first people answer tomorrow, you're more than welcome. And I'm just gonna be writing this for a second. All right, so we did that. We did that. All right, Purple Rose, you'll be number 1 tomorrow. Just a general for my $5. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. You were just adding on to the what you already gave, what the reading I already gave. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Amber. Amber. Did my pen just give out? And maybe it did. It may have not. It may just be stuck a bit. Whoa, dude. Okay, so you guys know how a lot of times there's just a little ink that's going to be left in a pen. Like you just get that little line. You're like, whatever. I'm gonna just throw the pen away. Dude, this is like completely empty. Like there's a little speck. Like right there. I'm trying to focus it so you guys can see it. It doesn't really matter, I guess, because you can see it, but at least a little tint of it. Dude, like it's a synchronization. Everything's a synchronization. Something's ended for you. For a new beginning. Wow. I'll throw that one away. It's no longer needed. But let's see. Amber, you joined the membership team. Thank you. You'll get a law of attraction pull tomorrow. Oh, awesome. And you joined tier 3. That's what's up. I'll definitely make sure to get you that link. Everybody here who isn't aware, if you're ever somebody that wants to learn tarot from me, level 3 on the membership is where you want to be, because I give out monthly guidance videos on how to perform, understand, interpret cards and spreads. Also, there is a private Discord tarot teaching server I have where my apprentices and my students all get to migrate together. My apprentices, the apprenticeship program, but people who are my tier 3s, etc., I call them my students. So if you join tier 3, you get access to that private tarot teachings Discord server. You get 2 monthly tarot teachings videos on an ever-growing playlist. And every month, on the last Saturday of the month, my apprentices, my students, and I get together for a group live chat stream for an hour on the last Saturday of every month, where we just chill, we vibe, we decompress, we tell each other what we've been through and lessons, we reflect together, cleanse cards. It's pretty dope. If any of you are interested in that, go check out the tier 3 on the membership here on YouTube. But Amber, I'll make sure that I go ahead and get you that link sent to you. And dope, I'm happy to have you join. All right. And then I see you actually have another question as well, Amber. I got you. You're a Virgo. Am I supposed to tell A about the truth being exposed regarding work? Are you supposed to tell A about the truth? About truth at work. It's going to come out and stop our plans. You're worried it's going to stop plans. We'll stop plans. Okay. Right. Got you. You'll be number 2 tomorrow. Number 3 tomorrow is Princess, or 117 Princess X. Got you. Let me make sure that I put that. Okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Your question, Princess's question. Your name is Tanya. You're a Capricorn. Should I let go of my situation with my long-distance friend? Should you let go of the long distance friend? The long distance friend. Should you feel an immense attraction and pull? She feels a romantic pull. She feels romantic pull to him. He's a Cancer. He's a Cancer. All right, cool. I think that's it. Let's do a double check, make sure I didn't forget anybody. Karina, that. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, and I'll just say it one more time for you three so you remember. Number 1 is going to be Amber tomorrow. Oh, it was actually 2 of you because I see I accidentally counted Amber as 2 times. But Amber, you'll get a law of attraction pull regarding your own energy, nothing to do with the question that you're asking, and then your question will be a complete separate energy, okay? So you get 2 things, but I'm just gonna say your name once, and we'll just do them back to back. And then number 2 will be 117 Princess. Okay? Perfect. Number 2, just highlight that. All right, guys. So that's where we're going to conclude today's live tarot readings. Now, I am going to go still on an after stream over to Twitch. So basically on YouTube, I do tarot, just tarot. But on Twitch and actually at nighttime on TikTok, I actually live stream playing video games as well. It's the other side of me. It's a way to decompress, and like I answer questions to you guys. I ask you guys questions about yourself, and we just flow. It's another way to chill and hang out with me. This is UncleBronze, and then like just video games, that's Matt. If you're interested, guess what? You also got a chance of winning a reading over on Twitch. Every single live stream, I give away 1 email tarot reading to a guided person. All you have to do is follow me. That's completely free. You watch the active live stream. You don't have to stay the whole time. You just come in, chill as long as you want, and you just comment the keyword of the chat, and that's what's going to enter you instantly into the giveaway. And then at the end of the stream, I pick the person, and even if you're not there anymore, I send you a message on Twitch letting you know you won. And for ones who aren't aware, Twitch, they call their messages whispers. So instead of an inbox, you have a whisper box and etc. So if that's ever confused you guys, look out for that. It'll make complete sense now if you go, you're like, oh, that's what that is. I don't know why they call them whispers, but it's cool. But yeah, the link to my Twitch is associated on my YouTube bio profile. And I'm going to go ahead now actually and switch over there before I get off here. I'm going to have my welcome screen up for about like 10 minutes while I go ahead and just decompress and cleanse the area. But then we'll jump on right to the readings. So let me go ahead and pull that up right now. All right. So I can't post any links, unfortunately, in a TikTok live. Or, well, you can't do it in TikTok lives either. In lives, in both like YouTube, TikTok, you can't post links actually. So the best thing I can do is just navigate you to my my profile page. And you just click on the bio and it's there. I hopefully in the future they'll make it to where you can do that. It would be a lot easier for creators and for you guys. But cool. And then we'll decide what video game we're gonna play also together. I'll have a little for the first 10 minutes. I'll have a little thing pulled up for you guys, a poll to see what video game we'll play. All right, perfect. Got that up. Let's get some music going for you guys. Gotta have the ambiance. And we will be back tomorrow for live tarot. I will try my best to get on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. But it can be anywhere between 7:30 p.m. Eastern time to like 9, where I actually start the live. It just depends on when I get done with certain personal readings. Dope. All right, playlist. Keep going. And we are live. All right, guys, I'm now officially live on Twitch. You can go right over there and join us. Again, I'll have my starting screen on for about 10 minutes when I go ahead and just clean some stuff up around here. And I'll either see you over there on Twitch or I'll see you on the next live stream over here, guys. Thank you for chilling, for being part of my collectives. You have no idea how honored I am to do this for you guys. You guys are why I can do this. So, I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.